Howdy gamers, Old Gamer Guy here. Welcome to another Stellaris Console Edition video. It is the year 2270. The Galactic League remains at war with the hierarchy of Bok. The big news for the PlayStation Network is that in this system we have just gotten started on a brand new colony. Up until now, we just had Earth and Alpha Centauri Prime, but this planet will be next. We're in a defensive war sort of a posture, so we can't attack the Bok, but in order to support our Federation, we are building corvettes for the Federation fleet. There are enemy ships around this area, so we are still trying to maintain a defense in this system, and we're going to go ahead and upgrade the two small fleets that we have here. I should probably start adding to these fleets at some point very quickly. A migration treaty has been proposed between the Sacred Cyrillan and the Kelzen. So at some point, the Sacred Cyrillan and the Cloud may become part of the Galactic League. I'm not sure. It's possible.
Construction complete.
We have just earned another tradition point. And we are just getting started on the domination tree. So we could increase our governor level cap. We could increase our housing for maintenance drones. And we could reduce crime. We've been having a housing problem, so I'm going to go ahead and choose the modular depots. Meanwhile, the Kelzen are attacking within Bok space, and they are doing it largely unopposed. In fact, completely unopposed. I have not seen a battle between the two fleets yet. If you remember, we made a bunch of one-sided trade deals between various empires and ourselves, and all of those trade deals are now running out. I might want to propose those deals again once the war is over, but for now, I'm just going to leave things as they are, and the Kelzen continue their incursion into Bok space. And the Bok don't seem to care. The Kelzen are taking out yet another Bok outpost. And once again, they are entering another Bok system, but hold everything. Back in Voltam news, Voltam engineers at some point built a massive orbital complex near Rodan 4 dedicated to computer research. Strangely, they seem to have ignored the normally popular field of artificial intelligence to focus exclusively on virtual realities and massive computer simulations. Most of the complex has been ruined by weapons fire and micrometeoroids, but what remains is in remarkable condition given the station's age. So we now have a special project to study this orbital complex, and this is, of course, interesting. But right now, let's get back to this battle, if you want to call it that. Once again, the Kelzen are unopposed in this system. The Bok do not seem to care what is going on in their space, which is interesting.
Diplomatic alert. Military confrontation detected.
The Sacred Cyrillan have now declared war on the Derp coalition. So now the Derp are at war with the Cyrillan and the Skrek entity. And I believe also the Cloud. But we have conflicts of our own. I guess, if you want to call this a conflict. the Kelzin continue to invade Bok space unopposed. We have now been insulted by the Skrek entity. So we are, of course, going to insult them back. They're going to insult everybody. They're going to be on everybody's bad side. It's just a foregone conclusion. Meanwhile, the Kelzin continue to attack the Bok. I don't know how many Bok outposts they have destroyed at this point, but the Bok still do not seem to care.
Special project complete.
We've completed a special project, and the archaeologists investigating the Voltam orbital complex above Rodan 4 have stumbled upon an interesting find. They managed to recover a partial copy of what was apparently a fairly popular multi-user virtual reality game enjoyed by billions of Voltam across their empire. Although the game takes place in a fictional and highly satirized version of their contemporary society, it has proved an invaluable source of information on both their language and customs. So basically, they found the Voltam version of Grand Theft Auto. So we've recovered another Voltam artifact. We've gotten some physics research points, and this is an interesting and entertaining find. Meanwhile, the Kelzin fleet continues to invade Bok space pretty much unopposed, and they will destroy yet another Bok outpost. Well, not destroy it, but take it over. And if you saw the last video, you saw the Serene cannabinoids do this before, but they have sent yet another very small fleet all the way around the right side of the galaxy through our space to attack the Bok. Entering that system shows that the Bok have a bunch of ships up near us, so that's interesting. But once again, a very questionable move on the behalf of the cannabinoids, and they are quickly destroyed. Another dopey move, if you will, by the cannabinoids. But the Kelzin seem to know what they're doing, and here they are invading yet another Bok system unopposed. It appears that the Bok have their fleet entirely up near our space, like they're afraid we're going to attack. But we can't do that because we're in a defensive war posture. But as easy as it has been for the Kelzin, they are losing some ships here and there, so we're going to go ahead and build a few replacement corvettes for the fleet. If I can figure out how to do it in the menu. It takes me a minute looking at the menu to actually get it done. Luckily, time has been paused while I'm doing this. See, this is why I pause time a lot. But never mind that. Following a long period of growing support for the Alien Suffrage Forum, the Kelzin Stellar Republic has finally embraced the faction, adopting their core values and policies. As a result of bringing this faction into their government, they have become more outwardly xenophilic. In other diplomatic news, the Kelzin have entered into a commercial pact with the Sacred Cyrillan Confederacy. So that's good news. Maybe we can invite them to the Galactic League before too long. But back to the war. The Kelzin are attacking this system. But now the Sacred Cyrillan and the Kelzin have entered into a research agreement right in the middle of this battle. The Kelzen will win once again. But never mind that. A contact report. The discovery of a massive entity with unknown properties in the void has forced the PlayStation Network to redefine all known parameters for the maximum surface area of any single construct with hostile capabilities. Survival rate projections, should the PlayStation Network come into conflict with the newly discovered entity, are not promising. Scientific and military units recommend continued operation and specification upgrades to our existing armada. Information received, updating databanks. Meanwhile, the Kelzen will win once again. How poetic.
Planetary surface settlement established.
But never mind that. We have now established the very beginnings of our colony on Ryle Somat Prime. If the Alpha Centauri Prime colony is any indication, this colony will grow very slowly. But we can get things started anyway. We can't build any buildings, but we can build a few districts. So we are going to build a Nexus district and a generator district and a mining district to get things going in our new colony. This construction ship needs something to do, so we're going to send them over here. There's a bunch of resources here we can exploit. But look at this. We've encountered some form of alien vessels in the Sol system. And we have a special project to investigate those aliens. I'm not seeing anything on the map here. So I guess that means we just detected them somehow from the Sol system. So let's just go into our special projects list, the situation log, and we will research the row aliens and see what we can come up with. The Serene cannabinoids have now declared the Derp Coalition as their rival. So I guess we might as well give up on peace with the Derp and go ahead and declare them our rival as well. We'll get a little extra influence out of that, and what the hell? For good measure, let's go ahead and insult them as well. They're such good-humored creatures. I'm sure they will take this just fine. And they've gone now from receptive to unfriendly, which is really not surprising. As the PSN Scientific Module 2 passed through the asteroid belt on its way to X12OR95, Science Officer Coadjutron 11 reported that the ship experienced a number of sudden gravitational shifts. Ever curious, Coadjutron 11 dispatched a number of probes to scan the debris field to discern the cause. It turns out that the culprit is a number of gravity generators of old alien make. Sputtering on dying energy sources and with their polarities inverted, they occasionally spew reverse gravity into the void, though not with enough force to cause any serious harm. Not anymore. Science Officer Coadjutron 11 theorizes that the generators once provided artificial gravity for a large asteroid in the belt, but some malfunction eventually tore the rock apart, which is a disturbing thought, but we gained some physics research and some engineering research. The Derp Coalition has decided to close their borders once again to the PlayStation Network. If you've been following along, you saw them close their borders, then open their borders, and now they have closed them once again, so whatever. In diplomatic news, the Cloud has entered into a commercial pact with the Kelzin, so that's good news for the Galactic League in general.
Special project complete.
And we have completed a special project. The deep space drones we have encountered appear to be the workers and custodians of autonomous orbital mining operations. Judging by the state of the processing equipment, these sites were established millennia ago and then soon abandoned by all but the drones themselves. The drones possess powerful mining lasers and make obviously threatening, if not outright hostile, overtures toward us when approached. They may only be old drones, but they should be kept under close watch. So that gives us a special project to establish a listening post on Earth, which we will certainly do. It appears that the Kelzin have stopped advancing into Bok space. I'm not sure why exactly. They have had no trouble up until now. But I think this is a decent spot to go ahead and end this video. The war is going well, and the PlayStation Network is doing well. The Galactic League is doing well. So let's go ahead and stop it here, and we will pick it up right here in the very next episode, and we'll see what happens. Tensions are heating up between the PlayStation Network and the DERP. The DERP are still at war with the Skrek and the Cyrilan and the Cloud, and they're losing that war, but we'll see where all this goes in the next episode. But for now, as always, thanks very much for watching.